I'd rather be a mom before I be a wife.
Really? That is very interesting.
Wow.
I just rather cater to a child than
a husband.
And when you're a wife,
You don't need to get
no, but when you just think when you're a wife, you're a mom. You still have to find time to be yourself, and I'd rather just find time to be a mom and just be myself as of right now. I'd rather be a mom right now. So
that's a very interesting point of view.
Y'all got a question. Why is it that when any man says something negatively about single motherhood, women get mad? Are you aware that that's prototypical narcissism? Think about what narcissists do when you catch them or call them out. Have you ever caught a man or a woman cheating in your life? They automatically get mad. A woman looks in a man's phone and finds out that he's been texting another woman. What's the first thing he says? Why are you looking at my phone? Instead of realizing that he just got caught and it's time to apologize, the first thing he does, he gets mad at her finding out that he cheated. Imagine a man finding out after 10 years that his child isn't his, and he tells the woman, what's the first thing she does? Why in the world would you go do this? Who told you to go get a pregnancy test? Why did you think your child wasn't yours in the first place? She literally gets mad at the man when she's the one who did something terrible to him. My point is this. When you are doing or did something very dysfunctional, which is had a baby or multiple children out of wedlock, that is dysfunctional. And when you get mad at somebody calling it out, you are just like those two examples that I just stated. You are showing narcissistic tendencies. You're mad at somebody calling out your dysfunction. And if I or any man is saying single motherhood is dysfunctional, you already know that it is. You are just mad that somebody is calling it out. That means you are a narcissist because you are aware 1000% that single motherhood is wrong. But since you did it, you don't want anybody to say anything about it because you most likely are the narcissist and you're just like the cheaters in my examples. But guess who you cheated on? Your child. You cheated your child out of a good father and an intact family. And don't you dare come in my comment section saying, I didn't choose to be a single mother, because we all know that's a lie.
I'd rather be a mom before I be a wife.
Really? That is very interesting.
Wow.
I just rather cater to a child than
a husband.
The actual truth is our women view motherhood as more important than being a wife. You know why? Because the majority of you don't know how to be a wife because your mother wasn't a wife. I got a question. What if I told you that there was a red flag detector that all you had to do is sit in front of the person that you're dating and they'll literally share their whole life story with you and divulge all of their red flags to you within 45 minutes? Well, that's exactly what my Deeper Discussions card game will help you do. What emotion do you have the most trouble expressing? Name a time when money was a main factor why a relationship went bad. How did you contribute to your most recent relationship ending? So either click the link below or click the link in my bio to buy your Deeper Discussions card game. You didn't have a father in the household growing up. So one, even when you have a man or get a man, you don't know what to do with him because you've never seen how a man is supposed to operate within a household because your mother didn't have a man. Two, since you were raised by a single mother, you end up becoming a single mother by default because you just simply learned what you were taught. And three, since your mother was a single mother and was never able to keep a man, she literally had to justify her existence as a single mother to you and to everybody around her so she won't look like a failure, so she won't look like a failure, so she won't look like a failure. So she made single motherhood look like the optimal thing to do for all women. So with all that being said, from a dating strategy standpoint, if you meet a woman that did not have a dad and their mother was a single mother, is a very good possibility that the woman you have in front of you was potentially indoctrinated into single motherhood by her single mother. Which means because of her indoctrination, even if you get her pregnant and everything is going well, she's going to break up with you within a year or two of the child being born. And even if you married a woman, since she has a belief system of a single mother, she most likely would eventually divorce you. And now you can't see your child. And of course, put you on child support. Because in the mind of a woman that was indoctrinated by a single mother or single mothers being around her, even though this may sound crazy, in her delusional mind, she doesn't see the relevance or importance of a father being in her, keyword, her child's life because she didn't have a father in her life. And instead, she'll be able to enjoy the freedom of motherhood on your dime because you're paying child support, and she'll be able to move on as a single mother, enjoying her life without your leadership and rules because you already know children don't necessarily like rules. And for those who don't know, fatherless women with no structure are literally grown children.
Women are not intellectually capable of making their own decisions properly.
The average black woman in America don't get no older than about 14. So just talk to her and deal with her like you dealing with a 14-year-old. Don't come at her like you dealing with an equal, because she's not going to be able to accept that. You got to go way back. We cut off at about 14 to 15. We don't develop and mature no further until we get some new information and accept some different information.
All due to the fact that a lot of women are literally indoctrinated into single motherhood. And since so many women are single mothers, the rest of the women actually think it's okay to do and okay to be. Am I wrong? You can't say I am, because I'm not. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, though.